What is up, Vapesters? Welcome back. I am Rob, the UK Vapester, and it's another Wednesday, and that is my schedule now. I'm going to try and upload every single Wednesday without fail, and this video is going to be on the Vcigo, I think that's how you pronounce it, K3 Kit. Now, you guys know we don't waste any time here, so let's jump right into the unboxing to show you guys every single thing you get when you buy this from new.
Better off as strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, beneath the pale moon.
So guys, to start us off, here we have the tank. We're going to start this review at the top and work our way down. So starting at the top, we have this massive drip tip which is removable, and this is the only drip tip you can use with this tank. Once you do unscrew it, this is where you can fill up the tank, and it holds 2 mils of juice to be TPD compliant. The pre-installed coil is a 0.2 ohm coil that can go all the way up to 100 watts, I believe. Yes, 100 watts, but it's recommended between 70 and 80. I personally have been using it about 80 watts, and it lasts just over a month. After a month use, it does start to dip in flavor, but it is still usable. So I do think you can get over a month's use with these coils, which is just absolutely fantastic. Now, the airflow is at the bottom, and as you can see, we've got these slits that are non-adjustable. We are given a rubber little cap that goes around here, which you can restrict the airflow from, but they don't really work too well. I do think they look ugly, and I just don't want to use them. So you can restrict the airflow somewhat, but I'd like to just mention that it's pretty much a non-adjustable airflow. But the airflow is okay. You know, it's not too bad. It's not the best I've ever used, but it does have plenty of airflow. It definitely is a direct lung hit, and also, you know, it's not too bad. It's a little bit turbulent, but it'll do. The tank itself is a 24.5mm tank, and the mod can fit up to 25mm tanks, so not too bad at all. And that's pretty much the tank. And now guys, the mod. We're going to start this review at the top and work our way down. So starting at the top, we have a spring-loaded gold-plated 510 connection, which is quite a firm spring, but that's never a bad thing. The maximum tank size I'll recommend for this mod is around about the 25mm. You can fit 24s, 25s with no problem at all. Any bigger, there might be a little bit of an overhang, so that's just what I want to mention. But that's not a problem because most tanks on the market right now are around about the 24mm mark, and they'll look fantastic and flush. Moving down, we have the firing button, which is nice and clicky. We also have the screen, and I'll go through this and the functions a bit later on. The up and down button, nice and clicky as well, and also our charging ports. Of course, I do recommend using an external charger when charging batteries like this, but it is an option with this device. Now, moving round, I just wanted to mention that the whole case and everything about this mod is plastic, and it's a rubberized plastic, so it does actually feel kind of nice, very grippy. And now let's look at the battery door. So there's a slight little wiggle. Nothing much, but it is a little bit noticeable, especially if you're like rubbing it and moving it in your hand. You can notice a little bit of a give, but nothing much at all. If we open it up, and also if I put it together and shake it, there's no rattle, so that's not a problem. If I open it up, you can see that it fits dual 1/865 batteries with a little ribbon here to pop them out. Spring-loaded connections, which are always nice and clean, and also of course labeled which way round the batteries go, which is always nice. Let's put that back in there if I can. These things are always like fiddly and want to like jump out. There we go. Nice. Okay, it's in. Nothing at the bottom apart from some holes for battery venting, and that's pretty much the mod. And now guys, the screen and the functions, and I'll show you this on the navy blue one that I've got. As you see, there is a few colours this comes in. I do recommend looking at all of them. I do actually personally like the two that was sent to me, the navy blue and also the grey. I think they look pretty damn sweet. Anyways guys, to turn this on and off, it's simply 5 clicks to the firing button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go, we're in already. So let's go and show what the max wattage is. Scrolls, you know, reasonably fast, and the max is 150, which is a lot more reliable and also reasonable for a dual 18650 battery mod. It's not like Smok that recommend, you know, that goes all the way up to 230 or something crazy like that. It's not one of them. It's much more realistic at 150, and it does perform very well all the way up to 150 watts, so I have to give it credit there. So you can lock the resistance with up and also the fire button, I believe. Oh no, preheat adjustment. Let's go the other way around then. The minus, and then it locks the screen and the buttons. And also you do have the preheat adjustment if you go plus, and also the fire button. Now if you press the minus and the plus at the same time, it then sets the resistance, but it's only for temperature control mode. If you click 3 times on the fire button, it goes into your settings and menu, so 1, 2, 3. And in your menu, you have your power, stainless steel. You also have your titanium, nickel, TCR mode, everything you need. Not a problem there. If you do want to see your battery life for each battery, you just need to press all the buttons at once. And it'll bring it up like so, and also the voltage of each battery, which is nice. I would have liked to see a percentage, and also it would have been nice to see both batteries on the main screen rather than going and pressing all the buttons at once and going into another screen to see that. It was also nice to see the percentage as well here. Other than that though, the screen is bright, very easy to read. A little bit plain, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like a little bit plain, especially now where all these mods have these gimmicks with lights and everything like that. It does seem a little bit basic, but some people out there want basic, and the main feature about this kit and device in general is that it's light. It is super light. It is one of the lightest mods I've ever used. So I'm going to show you some comparisons now. And now guys, weigh time. So I'm going to weigh some of the most popular dual battery 18650 mods on the market, and also some of the lighter mods I've ever used. So starting us off is the Smock Alien, because it's small and it's light. Let's see what it weighs. We've got 146 grams. Now, one of the next mods I want to weigh is the Vaporesso Revenger X. Once again, a very light mod, 131. So not too bad, it's slightly better, slightly lighter. Next we have the Aspire Skystar, which has a little wrap to make it maybe a little bit heavier, but not too much. As you can see, it's lighter still. And now we've got this guy, which I reviewed recently, so go check out the video. Now this I have weighed up against the Tesla Y, and also, what's the other one called? The Sandsto something or nothing. Another video I've also done, which is pretty much, there's mods like this that look identical to this, same layout, probably come out of the same factory, and they're all very, very light. This is in fact the lightest out of all 3 of them. So the weight of this guy is only 72 grams. That is incredibly light. It really, really is one of the lightest mods on the market without doubt. Now, the K3 by Sigelei. 63 grams. This thing is so light. And now guys, vape time. So the coil I'm going to be vaping on is the pre-installed coil that came with the tank. It reads at 0.2 ohms and the mod reads at 0.22 ohms, so not too bad at all. It's pretty much spot on. And this coil I've been using for about a month. It is on its way out, but it still produces great flavor, great clouds, and still is usable. So that's for a month. That is a long life for a coil. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's vape on this guy and see what we get. And last thing I do want to mention is the adjustable airflow isn't adjustable, so I shouldn't have called it an adjustable airflow. It's just an airflow and it's fully open. Let's vape on it and see what we get. Okay. Woo! Okay, so that's at 80 watts, and as you can see, it chucks clouds, no problems at all. The flavour from this as well is really impressive. It does pick up on all the notes what the liquid is supposed to have, and this is a blueberry? This is a blueberry slushy, and seriously, it's absolutely delicious. There is menthol in this, but not too strong, and it does pick it up just enough. Not enough that absolutely blows you away, but it seriously is picking up all the notes of the liquid beautifully, and it makes for a great vape. And now guys, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to the sponsor of this video, Sigelei. Massive thank you to them guys for sending me this one and also another one free for the purpose of review. If you guys want to check out their website for more information on this kit or their other products, there's links down below. And I also just wanted to say a massive thank you to my Patreon. I've only got one of them and he has supported me for a while now, so massive thank you to that guy. I have his name up there, so yes, massive thank you for supporting me and also entering the giveaways. If you guys didn't know, I have a monthly giveaway on my Patreon where you can win mods, tanks, kits, a whole bunch of stuff, and because he's the only Patreon, he wins every single month. So well done to that guy. But if you guys also want to enter the giveaway, or if you just wanted to support me and this channel, there's links down below. And finally guys, pros, cons, my final thoughts. Let's start with some cons because there's only 2 cons that I really had with this kit. The first con is that the battery door has a little bit of a give. It's not much, but it can get annoying, and over time it might be something you notice more and more and more. It might only be with this one, but there's a little bit of a give, and it can be a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. The next thing is more of an improvement they could do. So it's with the battery life indicator. It has both batteries on one bar. Now you can see both bars, like I showed you in the close-ups, if you press all the buttons at the same time. Oh, not like that. Not like that either. Like that, it'll indicate which battery's at what percentage, or not necessarily a percentage, just an indicator of how full it is. I would have liked to see percentages, 1, and number 2, I would like to see both battery life indicators on the first screen. Not that you have to press all these different combinations of buttons to see it. I'm not a massive fan of that. A lot of you out there might not even know if you press all the buttons at the same time, you can see that option, but it's just a small little change, but I would love to see percentages and also both batteries on the front screen. Little things like that. The positives though, as I also showed you in the up close, it is the lightest dual battery mod I've ever used. I've compared it to a whole bunch of different mods of its stature, which is dual batteries and light, and this has come out the lightest. So that is one of the biggest positives for it. It is one of the massive selling points that this kit has, is that it's super light. So if you guys are looking for a good sort of looking mod, you know, and also it doesn't feel necessarily too cheap, and also is the lightest mod I've ever used, this is your guy. And also another positive that I do want to mention with this kit is the tank. Even though it is a standard sub-ohm tank, it has got really good flavour, great cloud production. The airflow, it can be a little bit turbulent and not the best in the world, but it will do. It's nothing bad. It is an enjoyable vape. It isn't adjustable. That is the biggest con for the tank, but I don't think it lets down the kit, because I think all round it's a fantastic kit. The tank is absolutely beautiful at vaping for flavour and cloud production, and also the airflow isn't too bad, and also for a standard sub-ohm tank, you know, it does what it says on the tin, and also the mod is the lightest mod. Yeah, it could have had a little bit more money spent on it, but being the lightest mod made out of plastic, I think it works, and it works really well, and it does exactly what you want it to do. The other little nitpicky thing that I do want to mention, which I was wondering, should I say or should I not, but I'm going to say it anyways, is the firing button. It is recessed, so it's flat. I would have liked it that it's a little bit protruding, and also maybe a little bit clickier, in the fact that you can actually feel that you're clicking it in, because your thumb can just go over it, and sometimes if you press like that, you won't necessarily press it in. So if it was protruding a little bit, maybe a little bit easier to click in, it might be easier to use, but it's so small and nitpicky, just a little thing that would help improve it. So guys, that is the review. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this mod and also on the tank in general, so let me know down below. If you haven't liked and shared, please do so. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time.